Welcome to the show, Mr. Dan Geltrude. Dan, thanks for coming on. Happy Monday to you. We always hear the doom and gloom about when this is all gonna run out on us. The one big beautiful bill is getting some blame for bringing up that timeline. What say you?
Well, I don't think the big beautiful bill is really the problem here. This problem has been going on for a long time. A lot of people out there, Chicken Little effect, right? But look, we can't continue to kick this can down the road any longer, Scott. I mean, this is a problem that's simply not going away. And it's quite simple. It's math. So the math doesn't work because people are living too long in retirement. That's the core of the whole problem. So what are we supposed to say? Hey, listen, people, would you mind dying a little bit earlier? Of course not. Of course, that's not the answer. The answer is that we need options here, Scott. And I have some ideas here. Instead of just saying, well, let's tax people more, that's certainly a way out. Let's extend the retirement age. That's a possibility. Let's hope the economy is stimulated enough to we can make it up, all these things. But if we want to get a little bit realistic here, I have two things that I've been saying for quite some time. One, I think that we should consider privatizing the retirement system, or at least parts of it, right? Try to get this in a situation where people have an option to be able to invest, to be able to beat the investments that the federal government is putting the money into. That's number one. And number two is, how about this, Scott? How about having the ability to opt out of Social Security altogether? I think that should be available. And what do I mean by that? You don't pay in, and then you don't collect. So retirement is on you. Now, that can be risky for sure, but I think there are certain people, I mean, I would do it, I'm sure you would do it, to say, listen, I'd rather invest my money than rely on Washington, D.C. to do it for me.
I agree. And this is, I mean, I think we've thought about this idea before, probably 20, 25 years ago. Wasn't Bush one of he thought about privatizing them? And here's what I think about that. I think people will be naturally not inclined to do a very good job managing their own finances because they're not good at managing their own finances anyway. And then all of a sudden, they're going to get to 65 years old and find out that they're broke and they don't have any Social Security. And then the government's going to be on the hook anyway. I kind of feel like by either opting out or privatizing it, the government is the last port of call on either one of those scenarios. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, what do you do? We can't have people, on the curb starving to death. But at the same time, I don't know how we get people to plan for the future because Social Security was supposed to be a crutch. It wasn't supposed to be your retirement plan. And somehow that got all switched around.
Well, exactly, because, Scott, when the system was put in place, people literally were barely living to retirement age. So when you look at how the math works, right, it worked fine at that point. But remember this. This is the world's largest Ponzi scheme, yes. Right? And the truth is the truth, right? Forget about Bernie Madoff. This is it. And the reason I say that is because in order for Social Security to be able to survive, right, you need to have more people paying in. You need to have more new money because the money that's being pulled out right now by retirees actually isn't their money. They're pulling the money out from the people who just got into the system, right? And the problem there is, Scott, is you have a population that is not growing. You don't have enough young people to pay in. So you have to go back to the actuarial tables, right, at a minimum, and start redoing this thing, the most simple process here, you can't retire at 62. It's got to be at 72 or even older. You have to work for a longer period of time.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Or, I mean, the ugly one, which is I think they'll probably end up doing too for some people, is it's going to be means tested. If you got over a certain amount of assets, I'm sorry, you don't get it. We should have called it a tax a long time ago. There's no reason for you to, like Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos, whatever they put in, where they're just going to tell them, thank you very much, but we're going to keep it and we can't give it to you. I mean, at some point in time, that's going to have to be part of the solution, I think.
I think it will be. Actually, that's one of the proposals that Chris Christie had made when he was running for president, is that there would be people who, quote unquote, are too rich and shouldn't collect. But again, Scott, that's really a small portion of the problem. The problem is just simple math.
Yeah.
I mean, the system is folding under its own weight. So the likelihood here of what will happen, which could solve the problem, is retirement ages go up, you tax people more, and you can plug it. I don't like that because I think there's other ways to do it, but they'll tax the rich because that's popular. Making people work longer, maybe not so much, but you probably would have that being part of the solution as well.
I agree. Something's got to be done, and everything you brought up seems sensible. That's probably why it won't be done, because it seems sensible. Anyway, Dan, great to kick off a week with you here. Thank you very much for coming on a Monday. I know you're busy. Dan Geltrude, he is coming to us from Nutley, New Jersey. All right.